Hello everyone and welcome back. Getting that cobblestone completed resource grind which got me a spawn, welcome back to the episode. So last time we created cobblestone and we ground it down into dust, and I didn't notice that this had actually unlocked several quests, and this is something JD Cat has done to basically get rid of some of the grind. So I completed resource grind, which was composting barrels and making stone. That got me a rainmaker and a spawn pig. Rainmakers explode when you put them down, but they create rain. And this is to make a hammer, make gravel, make sand, and make dust, which is what we did last episode just by accident. And it gives me 4 sand, 4 gravel, 4 dust, a clay block, and a rainmaker. I already have one rainmaker, so I'm going to grab the clay block because the clay block is more important to me. Inopportune tree. Well, useful tree because it will give me saplings and things, but inopportune tree because it's in the way. So let's just get rid of the tree nice and quickly. So now that I have a rainmaker, I don't have to wait I think it's usually about 3 days before it rains. Oh, 2 inopportune trees. Yay. I say yay because I don't have to waste my bone meal. And I say inopportune trees, but actually trees growing for basically free, trees growing without the use of bone meal, is a bit of a boon, a bit of a benefit of having an area and setting up your saplings quickly, as I said in the first episode. I'm going to try and keep these episodes reasonably short and snippy. But yes, so now thanks to those quests put in by JD Cat that have basically sped up my progress, instead of having to create probably about 12 dirt to get enough stone and enough clay, I can now just sort of skip straight to the having water, and that's great. And I can actually skip straight to having a clay bucket as well. So if I pop this down, wait for the lightning and the splashes to finish, and it should start raining. There we go. Oh, that was a mistake. How much did I lose? I knew it exploded, but I didn't know it took out... Oh, sugar. Did I lose anything important? I've got my ebony wood and my silver wood logs. I've got seeds, sugarcane seeds. I don't think I lost anything terrifying to lose. Whoops. I thought it just took out the block it was sitting on. I did not realise it took out ooh. Okay, so I had a derp. I even said it exploded. I said it exploded. Oh, that's awful. I said it exploded. And I still... Oh, that's truly painful. But I still have my clay, my dust, my gravel, and my sand. Good. I still have my string. Excellent. And I still have a spawned sheep and a spawned pig. Good. Right. Note to self, do not do anything in this area. But, as I was saying, rain, water, necessary for all sorts of things, including, farms and living and things. So for now, I'm going to do a very simple little 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then slabs. 1, 2, 3. And now what I can do is I have a clay block. I can pop the clay block on the ground and I can turn it into clay balls. And the clay balls allow me to create a unfired bucket. The unfired bucket can pick up water. Oh no, it has to be a fired bucket, sorry. So I still need to make myself a furnace to move on. Singing in the Rain. Singing in the Rain gets me porcelain clay and ore bones. Which do I value more? Probably value the porcelain clay more to start with. So I need to make myself a furnace. because the furnace will allow me to cook the bucket into a fired clay bucket. And a fired clay bucket is very useful because it allows me to move water and things like that around. Because at the moment I have this water, and the water is currently sort of available to be used, but I can't do anything with it because I don't have the required English. I don't have the required furnace to make the bucket because I don't have any 3, 4, 5, 6. I still have some saplings left. I don't have the required metal to make a metal bucket, so I'm going to have to make a clay bucket. Now the clay bucket can move water as much as you want. It acts like a normal bucket, but if you use it to move lava, it gets destroyed. It does move the lava for you, but it gets destroyed, so that's the limitation on that. So my next goal is to go down this route and head towards the half slab furnace. And the half slab furnace requires you to get stone together to build a furnace. It's literally that simple. So once you've built a furnace, you can start making cobble. But for now, I will go back to harvesting trees while I wait to gather enough stone pebbles from my dirt to make cobble. I will talk to you guys later. Hello everyone. So I have been puttering away making trees and getting some more wood. As you can see, I'm growing in my stack of wood, but in the meantime I've been sieving the dirt that I've been getting, so excess trees have been going into the dirt, and we have 12 stones. Those 12 stones become 3 cobble, so I'm halfway towards making my furnace. However, the reason I sort of stopped for a second to talk to you guys is basically alternate containers tells you how to make a clay-fired bucket, but I was talking about earlier, and this is one of the things that I kind of had trigger in my head. I was talking earlier about not wanting to use all of my bone meal for my trees, and the reason was because once you make an unfired bucket, once you make a furnace and an unfired bucket, you want to make what's called a crucible, because this is how you make lava. And to make a crucible you need porcelain clay, and to make porcelain clay you need bone meal. But actually 7 porcelain clay is exactly what I need to make an unfired bucket, unfired crucible, and I got that from a quest. So actually I'm not particularly worried about running out of bone meal anymore, because I've done that. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and so on and so forth. I would personally say, thinking about trees and talking about trees, I would personally say start with oak trees because they are a source of food. They give you silkworms and they give you apples, and both of those are a source of food. The apple rate is very, very low. Silkworm rate is actually higher than the apple rate, so that's going to be one of your main sources of food, which is why taking the Pan of Destiny is so useful, because it's the only way you're going to get a pan early in the game, and it's going to solve a lot of your food problems. A lot of your food problems. He says getting an apple. I need 6 cobble, so I need another 12 pebbles. You get between 3 and 5 pebbles, or between 2 and 5 pebbles per dirt that you make. And I'm doing the tree in the middle of the island every time, because the trees on the outside of the island, they'll grow in their own time. I'm not turning off the rain. I could turn some string into wool sleep and turn the rain off, but I have this sneaking suspicion that during the day rain increases the growth rate of plants. I don't know for sure. That may just be something I was sort of led to believe that's not true. But in any case, I'll leave the rain running because it doesn't particularly bother me, and it makes a nice change of, I suppose, environment, not scenery, because the scenery is built by me, but it makes a nice change of environment. I will also move on and start making some birch and some spruce wood at some point, because when I make my pirate ship I want to be able to make some various colours, various shapes and tones and things. And there we go, that's that. Now my flint axe is almost at breaking point. Once it breaks, I will use a little bit of flint, so a little bit of my remaining, where is it? There, 7 flint to repair it. The reason I want to repair it rather than build a new one or anything like that is you see that it's got an experience rating. This is the Tinker's Construct sort of improvement mod, the Tinker's Construct leveling mod. When it levels up, it's going to get a random bonus. Now that bonus might be something completely useless like luck, because I'm cutting down trees with it. There's no way luck will in any way benefit me. Or it could be something really useful like haste or moss. Moss would be the best thing because moss is a self-repair. So hopefully I'll get moss. But this is it. This is going to be me for the next sort of 20 minutes grinding away. So if anything exciting happens, I will bring you back then. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Hello everyone, still here, still raining, still gathering stuff. I got a very lucky great tree spawn. It was or a very lucky giant tree spawn. It was one of the biggest giant tree spawns you can get. And the result was... oh, I have lost... Did I pick that up? Yes, I picked that dirt up. The result was, as you can see, a stack of wood, 40 saplings, a couple of apples, which I'm going to eat now, and 3 silkworms. I'm eating the apples because I'm actually starting to run a little bit low on silkworms. But 40 saplings should be more than enough for me to get the stone I need. How many silkworms do I have? Actually, I can leave 1 silkworm behind. No, leave 2 silkworms behind. And I'll actually cook the rest to keep myself alive for now. Make sure I have enough wood in there to cook them. I've still got my wood, still got my water. It's still raining. I've still got saplings. I've still got a little bit of bone meal. But that was a very lucky spawn of a great tree because it was the massive great tree. It literally covered the entire of this island. This floating island, the canopy did. And I used all 6 ladders and still didn't manage to get to the top. I actually had to dig my way to the top through the tree. I went through about 7 crooks to do it. So I've got 3 cobble and 3 stone. I need another 9 stone. When they're covered up, you should just collect the dirt out of them by right-clicking. It doesn't disappear. I just cover them up because I don't want them to fill with water, because if they're filled with water then I can't actually use them to make dirt. I can use seeds to compost and things like that, but ooh, a spruce seed, so that gives me spruce, melon, potato seeds, there we go, so I didn't have to take the potato seeds previously. So the spruce seed is basically just a spruce sapling in seed form. And that gave me enough stone. So now I need to make myself a cobble furnace. Oh, wow, that was lucky. I need to make myself a cobblestone furnace, which goes like that. I don't know if I can turn this back into... Yes, I can turn that back into cobble. Excellent. So, my cobblestone furnace becomes my kind of source of cooking. And what I need to cook is I need to cook up a bucket and a crucible. So, let's cook up the bucket first. There's no point using a whole log because it won't use a whole log. And I don't want to waste any of the fuel. So as you can see, I've got almost 2 stacks of wood. I think once I get 2 stacks of wood, I think that will be the start of my airship. But now that I have a bucket the water, put it in there, bucket the water, put it in there, infinite water source, excellent. And now that I've got an infinite water source, I can get rid of a couple of these water barrels. I'm going to leave a couple of barrels with water in them, just in case. But I'm going to use my 2 remaining slabs to... I'm going to have to dig those up again. Oh, also, while I was digging that tree, the tree was so large that my axe leveled up, and I got insanely lucky. Not only did I get repair, which is one of the best random chance ones you can get, I also got modifiable, which means that I have a modifier slot. And for those of you who don't know, Tinker's modifier slots allow you to add things to your tools. You can add a diamond to make the tool tougher, you can and make it cut better things. So if you add a diamond to a pickaxe, even if it's a crap pickaxe, it will cut through obsidian. You can add redstone to make things go faster, lapis to make things loot, you can add quartz to weapons to make them do more damage. So I actually have a modifier slot in this now, so later on I may be adding a modifier to it. But in the meantime, I actually need to make myself some charcoal. And the reason is, I need to make myself some lava. And to make myself lava, I need to warm the crucible. And would you believe that a single torch is enough heat, a single piece of burning coal on the end of a stick is enough heat for me to melt stone and turn it into lava. So pop that there, pop that on top. So now it's got a melting speed of ×1. This is a very low, slow melting speed, but that's fine because, and I'm hoping they still allow you to do it with gravel, I can now make myself a bucket of lava. So now I have to start thinking about setting up my first cobble gen. And I don't really have... I can get some clay from doing that, that's excellent, some extra clay. That would normally be enough clay for me to make the crucible if I hadn't gotten the clay previously. And it's got other things. I want there's automated work tables, a void box which is a trash can which requires stone. It wants me to fish. I might be able to fish while I'm waiting for my lava to melt. Let's see if I can fish while I'm waiting for my lava to melt. So the way to do it when you've got a teeny tiny pool of water is stand on the edge of the pool of water, look straight up, and fire. Blonk. And now I can fish. And now, just like standard fishing, it's funny that the water animation particles go like in an area around the fishing lure. So like I'm getting water animation particles, even if it wasn't raining I'd be getting water animation particles like all the way around the wood. So for some reason having a fishing bobber in the water makes the water animation particles expand out and spread around an area. Not sure if that's actually large enough for me to get fish. Yep. I got something. That wasn't fish, it doesn't look like. I got a saddle. Okay. That's a new one on me. Stand on the edge of the water, look straight up, look down a little bit, and fire. Straight into the water. So it's even with a tiny pool of water you can fish. So you don't have to worry about actually making yourself a lake in which to fish. So I've got my lava cooking up, and nope, didn't get anything that time. I've got my lava cooking up, and I will continue to fish, see if I can't complete the fishing quest, and I will see you guys next time.